Reggie motherfucking Bush is not the human joystick. But he did video game like things. Would you guys agree with that?
Stuff that you could do with a joystick.
Yes. Yes. But he is not that was not his nickname. That was not his nickname.
Hey,
Anyways, Reggie Bush is suing the NCAA, Pac-12, and USC for
this guy,
ongoing
this
injustices.
guy's the human
Yeah,
joystick.
he's the human joystick. Way to ruin my fucking bit here. Piece of shit. Reggie Bush is suing the NCAA, Pac-12, and USC for ongoing injustices stemming from the exploitation of his name, image, and likeness from his time at the university, according to a release.
For Reggie.
Finally
Much
happened.
deserved.
Yes,
He was pump
absolutely.
The
faking this for a while.
They finally gave him
Well,
his
yeah,
Heisman back after they decided to bring in the NIL. They finally brought him back into the Heisman House commercials that Nissan does,
I know they're
which was
hilarious.
they
They're
should
the
have
best.
never like Nissan should have never taken him out of those commercials. They should have just run with it, but probably partnership, whatever. But that was a bad move by Nissan. But now you've brought him back. They did it in a really cool way, and he definitely deserves to get his money from all of those organizations.
Yeah, no, it's a layup now lawsuit. I think that's why he's doing it, just because it's
Easy
a fucking
lawsuit.
layup. Yeah,
Easy lawsuit. Get your bag, King.
like wonderful, like genius. So.
I get why they kind of wanted to take it away from him, but it was also post his collegiate career when they
Hmm.
decided to do it. I think it was a
Yeah.
bad move from the NCAA to begin with. I get why they
Yeah.
felt like they needed to,
Yeah.
but they should have just left it alone. Why
Well, there's
why open yourself up to litigation when things can change so many different ways? I mean that you've just now made it super easy for yourself to not only be sued by because this is going to be a layup.
yeah.
Now they're also leaving themselves for layups against the likes of Johnny Manziel. There was a some Ohio State kids back in the day who were also
Uh-huh.
selling their
Hmm.
memorabilia that
Yeah,
got
like
kicked
autograph
out.
shit.
They could not play in college and then did not have professional careers afterwards as well.
Yeah.
The NCAA and respective conferences and teams have now opened themselves up to litigation for this. As soon as Reggie Bush wins, which he will,
And the
they're
floodgates
they're
are gonna
screwed.
open. Oh, the
They're screwed.
floodgates are gonna open. And like I don't think we should be doing what we're doing. Like I totally agree with you. The NCAA fucked up when they did this. I just don't think um I don't think that they shouldn't have done it, and we should still be in the dark ages where kids are playing in front of 100,000 people, doing all this shit for the school, and then they go home and eating ramen. Like I don't think it should be that either. Like I think they could have done something. They could have used some term. There's a lot of smart people that work at the NCAA. I think they could have found a fucking term to make it to where like we're paying them, but there's still like amateur status involved somehow. Like that's what you would have had to have done. And they didn't do that. They went with the name, image, and likeness thing. And like Ty Bob very clearly stated, they are fucked.
Well, and it's when the publicity about Reggie Bush losing his Heisman was in the news,
Hmm.
that was making noise and everything. Like people that really didn't know what they were describing, I guess, thought it was like this nasty, like shameful
Yeah.
act.
Yeah.
Like
No, like he
you really feel
disgraced the
bad
game.
for
Yeah.
like
Like,
right, like and now I really kind of it's similar to me for like weed becoming legal, right? Like we put so many people into prison for the
oh,
possession of
yeah.
marijuana,
Not
and
to get
now that it's
political, but
legal,
yes.
like we're still like we still want to like leave the people in like whatever. That's a political thing that might get
Yeah.
don't come for me in the comments. You know what I'm saying? But like the shit that he was doing back in the day to make some fucking money.
Yeah. Like,
Now they allow it, and you just look dumb
and
for
like,
I
punishing
think
him
and
I
now
back.
you're
think where they were
profiting off of him
drawing
because he's in your fucking commercials. Like,
where
think about that.
where they were drawing the line, somewhat
Ugh.
understandable. The boosters gave him and his family a home.
Yes.
They didn't have to pay for it. That was one of the largest things that took over with that. But I mean, they can do that now. you can't say anything about it now. The boosters can get so I mean
You can do
whatever it
that in
is.
some
Again,
states, high school football.
stuff that he was doing back in the day that they said was like you can't do this, it's against the law, it's one of the worst things you could ever do as a college football player. Now they allow everybody to do, and you just look like a
Yeah.
hypocritical fucking
Mm.
Yeah.
asshole.
I want to ask this question because I just thought about it. What do you guys think? Because if it when Reggie Bush wins this, this doesn't only mean that anybody who's been involved, like a Johnny Manziel or those players back from Ohio State or whoever, can now go get a bag from the NCAA. What does this mean for SMU, who was given the death penalty for paying players back in the day?
Well, that's what I was
Could
thinking about,
they
like those
go and get
Miami
it?
players too. Like Miami players were kind of like getting shit on the side too, right? In like the
Yeah, I
90s.
mean they the NCAA basically when that happened basically said after SMU we'll never give the death penalty again because it fractured that entire school for a very long time
Uh-huh.
and looked that they're obviously still struggling. So they went and they've done things with these other schools like a Miami where they gave them you can't play in the postseason your scholarships have been cut
Hmm.
yada yada
Yeah.
yada these schools, I think now this could open the NCAA up not only for individuals to go
The
and
whole schools
litigate.
though.
There are
Dude,
schools that can go and win litigation. This
SMU,
could
bro,
fracture the NCAA completely, something
as
that
the
people have been
institution.
talking about for a while, where maybe schools need to just leave the NCAA and create their own faction or whatever it is. This could completely cripple the NCAA with ramifications that could be happening from this one lawsuit. I didn't even think about that.
Dude. Yeah, like cuz
Apple the
like you
Giant.
said.
Motherfuckers want to see the NCAA in shambles.
Oh yeah, if there's
Nobody
one
likes
thing
them
I
as a
hate,
governing body. Nobody fucking does.
there's one thing I
Somebody
hate,
will
it's
have
the
to create
NCAA.
another governing body. One
There
will
is
have to
one. One
exist.
exists. It's the
The NFL.
National Association of Ineligible Athletes. It's the NAIA. That's what exists. That
I
will
mean,
become the fucking one.
I doubt it. I highly doubt it. There will be one with a lot of
Something
money
else
and
is
a
going to
lot of
pop up.
ties that comes out of this because you are going to have a governing body, somebody that because the NCAA does so many different things from rankings, from putting together monies and sponsors for the bowl games and things like that. There's going to have to
Yeah.
be something that will emerge from this, but the
Yeah.
NCAA could legitimately find themselves gone.
Yeah. But I mean, what if the NAIA is like you like it's we're not gonna ask a lot from you. If just
They
join.
don't they don't have enough money. There's not
Who
enough money.
cares? Who cares? Fucking fracture it, send it all the way back to the Stone Age. Where no one was fucking watching, reading on newspapers and shit. Start literally scorched earth, motherfucker, that shit. Start fresh, brand new slate. We all are nobodies. We're coming here for college. Fucking all that shit. Do that.
This is starting to sound like late stage capitalism. Straight from
Oh
the
man.
straight from Marxist Communist Manifesto.
Yes. Yes.